So the match between Canada and Bosnia and Herzegovina just finished, and this is an overview of what happened in the match. So Bosnia and Herzegovina just finished their match, and for the opening game of Canada, it was well. It had some positives to say, also a lot of negatives. But for the first time in the history of Canadian men soccer or Canadian men football team, they have a point in the World Cup. It only took them 7 tries, but there's always a first time for everything. One thing I noticed was how Canada had no player with X factor until Kyle Larin came and he gave them this edge that they needed. Simple as because they needed something, they needed to do something. There were a lot of sideway passes. They lacked quality in attack, and I understand the coach not wanting to like reach David Davis because he was not fully fit, so there was no reason to then complicate the rest of their campaign. I think Canada needs to open a new training camp just for set pieces because the number of set pieces they had today was astronomical, and somehow they couldn't do anything with these set pieces that they had. And I felt like Bosnia and Herzegovina were threatened from Canadians' corner. There was no creativity. They lacked creativity. Everything was bland for Canada. The final third, they lacked quality, soft fouls and soft cards. Like football is a contact sport. At the end of the day, I'm not saying it should turn to Shaolin soccer. For everything that's been done to make the game free flowing, 5 seconds on the throwing, 5 seconds on the goal kick, if not, it will be given to the other team as a corner. If Jonathan David in 2026 is your most high-profile player or your quote-unquote best player, then you're in big trouble. For Bosnia, number one positive I took from Bosnia's game today was their box defending. It was actually insane. The players throw themselves at every shot. They're tracking their players. They are covering all the space. So the gap is being, I see. Kudos to the Bosnian coach. Kudos to the Bosnian players. The old guys came to do it again for Canada. Kyle Larin came. He was the one that even the chance they had to get a second goal, it still fell to Kyle Larin.